I never wanted to be a model. I just wanted to change society.
You knocked on a lot of different doors.
No one wanted to sign me.
Some were telling you to like gain weight. Is that right?
I think everyone knows this about me in the industry. I never take no as an answer.
Ameni Esseibi is someone who has spent years challenging the fashion industry to make room for her. She's the first plus-size Arab model, a body positivity advocate, a Jean Paul Gaultier ambassador, a Paris Fashion Week runway veteran, and a woman who has built an entire career on the radical act of showing up exactly as she is.
As soon as summer starts getting closer, my DMs start getting more depressing.
Because it's bathing suit season?
I call it insecurity season.
Oh, jeez.
Confidence is not physical. Confidence is an aura. Confidence is an attitude. Confidence is the way you portray yourself. It comes within. No outfit or bag or shoe or watch or makeup or perfume can add that. They can enhance it, but they cannot give it to you.
Ameni, I am so excited that we're doing this. The minute I met you, I was like, this girl needs to be on my podcast.
And the minute I met you, I knew we were going to get along very well.
You flew into Dubai this morning, I believe.
Last night, yes.
Okay. And what were you up to before you came in here?
I was actually in India, in Amman. Insane hotel.
Yeah.
I was with Jean Paul Gaultier and we were shooting our latest perfume, Divine Couture. So it was very interesting.
Well, I mean, you name dropped right away with Jean Paul Gaultier. That was a huge moment in your career. And I want to talk about, the origin story and all of that. But let's jump right into the Jean Paul Gaultier of it all. That must have been such a pivotal turning point in your career. Talk to me about a little bit before and after. How did that change the narrative for you?
To be honest, I give all credits to my career to Jean Paul Gaultier. To be very frank, because that brand not only believed in me, but invested in me so much time, money, patience. They really saw my potential from day one. They were my transition from being a commercial model to being a fashion luxury model. They gave me that shift. Because in the beginning, when I started my career, I was doing a lot of commercial jobs, which that's what earns you the most money, to be honest, as a model. And it was really hard for luxury brands to take you seriously when you're a commercial model. They really try to not use those type of models. They really want to stick to the luxury ones. Problem is the luxury ones don't get booked as much. So you don't make as much money actually as the commercial ones, and people don't know that.
Yeah.
They think because you're a luxury model, you make so much money.
You're making bank, but you're not.
You're not. Actually, the commercial one is making bank because she gets usage right and she gets credit, she gets all of that. We make banks once every 3 months, 6 months. We get a big gig and that's it.
So then what was the lead up to that? Like, were you actively pursuing to have that kind of a thing, or did they come to you? How did that come about?
I personally always loved Jean Paul Gaultier since I'm young. It was also my mom's first perfume when she was young, Le Classique, everyone knows it. And it was always a brand that I loved because I always considered myself a black sheep when I was younger. And I always thought that Jean Paul Gaultier was a brand that was the black sheep in the luxury world. It was that brand that really doesn't care. Doesn't care about good PR or bad PR, doesn't care about what they release. They don't care. If you like it, you like it. You don't like it, they don't care. And they're really there for the people. It's not a brand just for the elites. It's for the people. They want to relate to everyone. They want to make sure you, in a Jean Paul Gaultier runway or in a Jean Paul Gaultier campaign, you will see all body shapes, all skin tone, all nationalities, since day one. Where brands became diverse.
Yes.
Now. But Jean Paul Gaultier was there since
the
day
OG.
one.
Yeah, OG.
Himself, he would talk to models like Mr. Gaultier himself. Like, he's so humble. And every time I have met him, and he always remembered me, even though he sees me like maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
But he will remember me. He will tell me, he knows I'm from Tunisia. He tells me, and he always tells me about like, oh, how he used to go to Tunisia in the 70s and back in the days and the 80s and how he would get inspired. And and I respect him so much because he's so honest about his inspiration. Like, he told me, he's like, I have been so many times to Tunisia and to Egypt and to Morocco and been inspired by the culture there. Where other brands, they will just take the inspiration but not give the credit.
Yeah, appropriate, let's say.
Exactly. And he loves Arab women, and he always tells me, you Arab women, you guys are like queens and princesses of like the desert and the ocean. And he's always been super admiring towards our culture, and that's something that I respect a lot because realistically speaking, most brands just look at Arab women as cash. Like, oh, they're rich, I just need to make them my clients, but they don't actually deeply care. And
That's absolutely not the case with him. He is
with him, he's amazing. And then in the region, they just started at that point. They reached out to me in 2020, 21. It was last year of COVID. And they were releasing a perfume that was doing really well, but just for the region. It's called Scandal Oud. And that was my Scandal Gold Oud. And that was my first entry point. And I knew that day I wanted to be a Jean Paul Gaultier ambassador. Even though Puig in the region here, they don't really have ambassadors. If you look at all the other brands like that Puig own, like L'Artisan Parfumeur, Penhaligon, Carolina Herrera.
Yeah, they
Paco
don't do
Rabanne,
ambassadors.
They don't do ambassadorship. Even internationally, they're very picky with their faces, ambassadors. So me at 21, Arab, coming from the region, saying, guys, I want to be an ambassador. They were like, hold your horses.
So how'd you convince them? What was the click, as they say?
I mean, I think everyone knows this about me in the industry. I never take no as an answer.
Love it.
People know that about me. And also, I don't have an ego when it comes to work. I have a very big ego outside work. But when someone comes and tell me no, I'll be like, okay, but I'll try again next week. And then the week after. And the week after. And I'm very consistent with my answers. I'm like, okay, no, give me reasons. Let's talk.
Yeah,
Give
defend
me a
your
reason.
argument. Yeah.
Exactly. And they'll be like, we just don't do ambassadorships in the region. Okay, why? HQ. Because brands here love saying HQ.
Oh, the HQ is always the answer.
HQ. Okay. And if I go to HQ and I get the ambassadorship from HQ, if you get it, you get it. They don't want to do the work here. Go to HQ. Okay. I went to HQ. And then I remember I had my first lunch with Jonathan Zlatic. He's the communication director of Jean Paul Gaultier internationally. We had our first lunch in Gaia, my favorite restaurant in Dubai, so I had to take him there. And we clicked instantly. And I told him, I was like, listen, from here to 3 years, I want to be an ambassador. And he was like, we don't do ambassadorships. Same answer.
Yeah.
We're going to do an ambassadorship.
You don't know this yet, but this is going to happen.
It's going to happen. Eventually, with time, he became my best friend. And he's personally the guy that believed in me the most in the brand. He saw my potential. My profile was young even when I started. I was 20, 21. Yeah. I had maybe 50K or 70K. Did a couple of good editorials and covers by that time, but wasn't who I am today.
Yeah.
And he told me, you're like an investment. I see the potential. And he's like, your grind and your hustle mentality, I have never seen anyone like that at 20 and 21. It's insane. So I know. So he kind of took the risk on me. But then today he's so proud of that risk because he's like, I invested in her.
Yeah.
She gave me amazing ROI. Can't complain. So it's just, I had to it took us 3 years to get the ambassadorship approved by everyone because I was the first one. So it was a lot of convincing and paperwork and negotiations and talking. And it was a lot of back and forth. And for them, it's a huge responsibility. And we come from a region that has a lot of political opinions. It was very risky for them. They were like, okay, so we're going to put one woman that's going to represent the whole region. Are we sure how she is, how she thinks? They don't want any scandals.
Sure.
So it was very risky, but they took the risk. And I told them, it's my full responsibility. And I promise you, I will treat the brand as if it's my own brand. And today I'm very much involved in the brand and I'm involved in literally everything.
And they come and do gut checks with you about, their processes and what they're thinking because now that you have built this relationship.
They ask my opinion, yes, for castings, for VIC experiences, they ask my opinion in a lot of things. It became I'm not just an ambassador. I'm not that type of ambassador just sits down and enjoy the perks of being a Gaultier ambassador.
Yeah, shows up, shoots, and walks away. Yeah.
No, I'm really involved in everything. My opinion is everywhere. I really, really treat the brand as my own. It's my baby.
That's amazing.
So
and exceptional, really.
I will never have a relationship with any other brand the way I have it with Gaultier. It's completely different because they're the one who believed in me when no one did. And they're the one who invested so much money in me when no one did.
And you don't forget the people who remember you in those difficult times.
Never. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that will, if I go up, you're coming up with me.
You were talking a little bit earlier about how Mr. Gaultier, Jean Paul, loved the women of the Middle East, women from Tunisia. And I know you've grown up, you have, of course, your Tunisian background, you have the French, you live in Dubai. women of all of those places, the definition of what beauty is are very different. What was that like to have that, all of those different messaging about what beauty is and the beauty standards as you're growing up and becoming a woman?
If you like this conversation, well, then you clearly have got good taste. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and share the love. Because honestly, who wouldn't want a front row seat to fashion's best stories?
A lot of opinions.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of opinions. Unfortunately, everyone wants to share their opinion, but no one wants to actually do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, growing up in Arab society, opinions will be shared even when they're not asked for.
Interesting.
You will always get oh my God, you have such a beautiful face. Why don't you lose weight? It's such a shame. You will always have that aunt that will come and, when are you getting married? And maybe if you lost a little bit of weight, that will maybe help you to find a husband. Your hair is curly. Why don't you do Brazilian blowouts? Or this, they will always share their opinions when no one asked them for it. And thank God I grew up with parents that I would say don't care about society. My mom seriously couldn't care less about society. I mean, my mom at some point in her life was doing a different hair color every month.
I met your mom. She's fabulous. Yeah.
Whoever met my mom in the industry knows my mom. My mom she's in her own YOLO la la land.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't care. She tells me, you want to do your hair green? Go do your hair green. Mm-hmm. You want to do a tattoo on your forehead? Go ahead and do it. Like, she does not care. So the fact that I had parents that didn't stop me, and in the beginning, of course, my dad is like a hustler in his head.
Mm-hmm.
He's very strict, military mindset. If you're not a millionaire by 25, you've failed at life.
Mm-hmm.
Very tough, because he grew up in a very tough environment.
Mm-hmm.
So very strict, very straight to the point, very business oriented. My mom is La La Land.
Mm-hmm.
And
a good yin and a yang, it sounds like the two of them.
It's a complete yin and yang. Oh my God, they are nothing alike. And growing up with that, so when I entered this whole industry, and I was supposed to go to uni in Concordia, actually, in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And then going that summer to Tunisia and my dad and telling him, actually, let's cancel everything for Canada. I'm staying in Dubai.
Oh, wow. How did that go down?
Oh, he almost had a heart attack, because all of my family from my dad's side are BU alumni and George Washington alumni. My dad is a George Washington alumni. So for him, it was like, first of all, you're not going to BU. That was a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to Concordia. Fine. But now we're not even talking about Concordia. Like, what are we going to do? And I was like, listen, I'll just go to any American university here. What do you mean? So for him, it was a shock in the beginning. But I told him I have a plan.
Mm.
In the beginning, it was like, in his head, for my dad, it was like, only poor girls that grew up in poor villages become models, because they don't have education, they don't have access.
They don't have any other options.
They don't have any other option.
Yeah.
But he was like, you grew up in a private French school.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up in Dubai. You have everything. And I have the financial to send you to the US or to Canada to study.
So then why modeling?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He didn't get it. He was like, why? What did I do? What did I do something wrong? And then I told him, I want to show a message. I want to prove something. There's a reason. And my dad wasn't convinced that I was going to make money from it.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, okay, fine, do that, but do it on the side while you're in Canada doing uni.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I have to do it from here, because there's a point I want to prove. Because if I'm going to do it from there and it works from there, I'm going to be just another Ashley or another Precious or another Paloma, where I want to be me.
Mm-hmm.
And I love being the first at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. This is something that I love giving to myself. And
because you have that title, when you Google your name, it comes up as the first curvy model from the MENA region.
Exactly.
First Arab curvy model.
And I love being the first at what I do. I'm the first Gaultier ambassador. I'm the first curvy model that ever walked Paris as an Arab. I'm the first curvy model I'm the first at everything that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So every step I take, I know I'm the first that did it. So living with that satisfaction, that's why I knew I had to do it from Dubai.
Okay.
Because if I did it from Canada, I would have been just another
one of many. And you are not one of many.
Exactly.
Where does that confidence come from? I mean, is it innate? Is it something because again, growing up, I can't imagine it was easy. You're not physically looking like anybody else as you're growing up.
No, I got bullied in school, to be fair, to be honest with you. I got bullied in school. I mean, I grew up with Europeans, so I
different beauty standard
different.
again.
Yeah. Listen, in school, to be honest, I wasn't the lonely kid. If anything, actually, I was the popular kid.
Huh.
But in in a very toxic way, I would say.
How so?
Like, I was the popular kid in the sense where, because we used to live in a very big house, so I had a huge garden, so I would throw like the biggest parties like every year, and I was friends with like different schools, and everyone like knew who I was, and I was friends with all the generation. But I was always like the sister of the guys. Like, I was never the girl they had a crush on, or even if I was the girl that they had a crush on, they were so intimidated by my personality that they would never like talk about it.
So you've always had this personality. Even when you were getting bullied, you still were standing in your strength and your power.
More now, of course.
Sure.
More now. But like when I was younger, I had it, but internally. It wasn't external.
Okay.
I wasn't vocal about it. Like, I knew how to defend myself when I used to get bullied. Yes, I wouldn't let myself get disrespected by anyone. But at the same time, I didn't know how to deal with it because I was very young.
Okay.
I was very young. There was a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. I felt like lonely a lot of times. So it was like a lot of things where I feel like I don't fit in with the other girls that I grew up with in school. I don't even fit in with, back in the days, my school friends. I wouldn't even fit in with them because I was always so different in the way I think, in the way I look at life, and in my ambitions and my goals, they were normal girls. Living normal lives with a normal mentality.
Maybe without such ambitions.
Yeah, but for me, I know I'm not normal. I know I don't think normally. Like, not in the normal society way.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
Yes, the classic
way. They were all classic. But I wasn't classic, and I knew I wasn't classic.
So then you say, Dad, this is how it's going to be, and this is how I want to live my life.
Yeah.
You convince him?
I made a deal with him. I told him, look, I'll go to an American university here. Give me 1 year. If it doesn't work, I'm on the first flight to Canada. He told me fine. He accepted it because I was still going to uni, and we saw that the credits could be transferred, so it wasn't an issue.
Okay.
Did my first year, didn't work. Nothing worked. He told me, Montreal, yalla. I told him, give me another year. But then I told him the second year, I told him I want to do a blank year. He was like, what?
Gap year?
Gap year, yeah.
Yeah.
Like in French, we say année blanche.
Yeah, année blanche, ouais.
And I was like, trust me. He was like, you're going to lose 1 year of your life. I was like, listen, 1 year, it doesn't work. I am on the first flight to Montreal. He was like, okay, fine. And that year was, I went to school with, well, no, they weren't with me in school, but they were in my generation, the kids of Landmark Group, the owner of Landmark Group. And at that time, they had like Splash and Max and all of that. And when I started in 2017, they were the only one that had plus size, but were also shooting it locally.
Okay.
And they were flying models from London because there weren't any here. So they were flying girls from London, shooting e-com for 1 week, and then flying them back. And I remember telling them, guys, I really need a meeting with your dad. Like, I really need to meet with your dad. And I remember him telling me, like, what are you going to tell your dad? You're 20. He's not going to take you seriously. And I'm like, just trust me. So he did it for me. I sat with his dad, and I asked for the marketing director to be there and the casting director for their company to be there. And I told them, guys, I want to shoot the next 3 collections that you have on e-com for free. I don't want any money. I just want one favor. They were like, what? Back in the days, Wilhelmina was open here. It was at the time where Wilhelmina was still here. And I told them, you're going to go to Wilhelmina and you're going to tell them, I want Ameni Esseibi. They're going to be forced to give me a contract to sign me. And that's from where I'm going to trademark my title, because Wilhelmina was the mother agencies for all the agencies that were here back in the days.
Okay.
That's how it used to work before.
Interesting. Because from some of my research, I understood that you knocked on a lot of different doors to agencies to try and get in. And
no one wanted to sign me.
And like even some were telling you to like gain weight. Is that right?
Some were like, you need to gain weight. Some were like, you need to lose weight. And some were very honest. They were like, we're going to sign you and what? You're just going to be sitting on the shelves. Like, we don't have work for you. Like, we don't. And I wanted to sign with Wilhelmina specifically. Okay. Because it was the biggest agency at the time. And it was the only one that had an international name. So that was going to connect me and help me get international. But also automatically route me with the other agencies here. So I just went to the big shot directly.
Nice.
And Wilhelmina was very honest with me. They were like, Ameni, we don't have jobs. We don't have work for you. Like, we're going to sign you. But then what? What are we going to do with you? So I was like, okay, I'll get you the work. But then you're going to sign me. And they were like, okay. So I did that. And they were like, that's it. That's the only favor you need. I was like, the only favor I need. We texted Wilhelmina. We want to book Ameni Esseibi for like a whole week shoot. Please work with her. Okay. They reached out to me. And I remember the casting booking. She was like, what did you do? And I was like, you never ask me what I do. I have my ways. You don't ask. You just do. You wanted money. I'm giving you money. I'm not even getting paid. What do you want more than that? And then she gave me my contract, and I told her to write in the contract that I'm the first curvy model of the Middle East, so I can trademark it.
Girl.
And then, yeah. I was, honestly, I had really bad grades in school. I was not academic smart, but I was very street smart. And then from there, I told her to submerge the contract to all the other agencies, so it would be an automatic contract with all the agencies in Dubai. So I was locked.
Wow. And from there, it was nonstop, or was it feast and famine? Like, talk to me a little bit of the evolution.
It was e-com. It was a lot of e-com.
Sure.
And then there was like, I started with Splash, Max, Namshi. Unas wasn't even open at that time.
Wow.
It was really those. And then a little bit like of beach, like swimwear shoots, stuff like that on the side, some gigs, a lot of beauty. I did a lot of beauty for like master classes and these things. And then I got booked. I don't know. Do you remember the brand? I don't think it's open anymore, but 11 Honoré.
Yes, of course, 11 Honoré. I bought from 11 Honoré.
Same. I used to buy from.
Yeah.
Are they even still open?
I don't think they're open anymore. But it was a game changer. It really was.
So 11 Honoré came to open in the region. They're all about curves.
Exactly.
So they looked around. They only found me. They booked me, and they were doing a media day. It's so funny. I don't think I ever spoke about this, but because I wasn't supposed to do it, but I still did it. So when they booked me, the media day, they told me that you don't speak. You know how they book when you do presentation? The model is not allowed to speak to the media.
Sure. That didn't stop you.
Never. Nothing will ever stop me. And I was like, okay, we won't speak to the media. So I buddied up with the PR and the girl that was organizing the event, and I asked her to send me the list of the media. She sent me the list of the media. So I was, at that time, I didn't know the faces. So I just knew by names a little bit everyone. Most of them are still here, actually.
Yeah, they would stick around.
Most of them are still here. I remember there was Fia Gelati, there was Manuel Arnaud, Valia was also in it. Who else was there? Those are the ones that are still here. The others all changed. And I remember me and Sophia completely jumped on me as soon as she heard I'm Tunisian. Because, Sophia is so pro-Tunisian.
She is.
Like, oh my God, you're Tunisian.
She's the best.
And I remember I waited for Manuel to go in the balcony so I can go in the balcony and talk to him.
Corner him on the balcony. He hasn't got so many exits.
Without like anyone from the brand catching me and be like, you're not supposed to talk to media. And I went to him, and I remember I presented myself, and I told him, I'm the first curvy model of the Middle East. And he looked at me, and he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And he was a bit confused, because he was like, I didn't hear about you.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, I just started.
And he knows everybody.
Yeah, he knows everybody. So I was like, I just started. And he was like, when did you start? And I was like, 6 months ago. And he was like, okay. And then he was like, amazing. And that's it. And I was like, can I have your contact? And he was like, here's my email. And then I emailed him and I told him, listen, I really want to do a shoot. Like, I want you to introduce me to the market. Like, I want you to say, I introduced the first curvy model in the region. In the beginning, he wasn't a bit convinced, to be honest. He was like, I don't know. And then he asked me, have you done other magazines? Have you done any interviews? Have you done any editorials? Do you even have experience with editorials? And I was like, trust me, I am worth the risk. Trust me. And then I told him once, I remember I bumped into him in D3 and I was like, do you want to be the one that says I gave her her first editorial in 10 years when I become huge? Or do you want to say, oh, fuck, it's that shot?
Yeah. It sounds like your tagline should be, I am worth the risk.
I'm worth the risk.
You are.
I'm so worth the risk. And then he was like, okay. And I was very honest with him. I told him, listen, I don't want much from you. I want 1 page picture, 1 page interview. That's all I want. And then he was like, okay, I'll give it to you. And then during the shoot, he came and he saw like how comfortable I am in front of the camera and how good I know my angles and how fast everything went. He was so surprised. So instead of 1, I ended up having 6 pages pictures.
Wow.
And 2 pages interviews. And because he wanted to support me, he gave me an introduction title on the cover.
That is exceptional.
And then that was the January cover 2019. I remember it like it was yesterday. That it was Nancy Ajram on the cover.
Yes, that's right.
She was announcing her pregnancy. And that cover today ended up I was in Doha for World Cup the other day, and Dior was doing a museum And I went with my friends to see it. And my friends looks at me and goes like, plus news Arabian curvy model in the making. Looks at me and goes like, isn't that you? And it's just like crazy how far that cover went. And then that cover went viral. It went viral. It was insane. The editorial was like, everyone was like, who is this girl? How do we not know her? And then from there, I did my Cosmo cover. And then I did Harper's editorials. And I did the Grazia cover. And then Grazia and Cosmo at that time used to do awards.
Yes, that's right. And you had a Cosmo award, no?
I won the Cosmo award and I won the Grazia awards. And I did then an Elle cover, and then I did the Marie Claire, and then it's just like...
And then last year you also won the award for I think the first ever model of the year for...
Yes, for the region.
The region,
The Global Fashion Awards.
The Global Fashion Awards.
The Regional Fashion Model Award of the Year.
Yeah.
I was so stressed about that award, honestly. I was like, oh my God, I was like, this is serious. Like, everyone is there. I remember, like...
It was a big night.
It was a big night. Mohamed Abbar was there. Brunello Cucinelli was there. Shah Rukh Khan was there. It was a big night, and I loved it because they were very selective with the people from the industry. Not everyone was there.
That's true.
Everyone important was there.
Yeah.
But the mass wasn't there. And in these types of events, when you know how selective they are, you know it's important. You know it's a big night.
Talk to me about this point now in your career, because you are defined as the first over and over again. And so for women, when you were growing up, didn't have the representation, you are that representation now. How do you feel about that? And are you taking, I know you're taking it seriously, but how are you taking it seriously? How are you maybe giving back to the next generation? How are you trying to pay it forward? What are you trying to communicate to other women young girls who are growing up like you?
It's a responsibility.
Sure.
Honestly, it's a mental responsibility, because sometimes if I open and I show you my DMs, you'll start crying. Because I get all sorts of DMs. Sometimes I get girls that tell me, especially during summer, as soon as summer starts getting closer, my DMs start getting more depressing.
Because it's bathing suit season?
Exactly. I call it insecurity season.
Oh, jeez.
And then here we go again. Every year, Ameni, I can't wear the swimsuit. Ameni, I can't look at myself in a bikini. Ameni, how do you do this? Ameni, I can't do it. My stretch mark, my cellulite, my arms, my back fat, my slope, my tummy rolls, my... Same scenario every single year. How do you do it? How can you sit? Like, I've had a girl that told me, how can you just sit and you see yourself having like back fat rolls and you see your cellulite and you see your stretch marks and you're just okay with it? Like, how? And I'm like, okay, I'll go deep with you. Why would I not be okay with it? Give me a reason. And be like, and they'll block. No, but convince me why. How is cellulite and stretch mark, especially because those are the main comment messages that I always get, the cellulite and stretch mark. I'm like, how is it hurting you? Is it physically hurting you? No. Okay. Is it affecting you financially? No. Okay. Is it affecting you physically? Are you not able to walk from it?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Then what's the problem? No, but because, society and I don't know what, and it doesn't look pretty. It's not. Who said it doesn't look pretty? Give me names. Give me strategic answers. Who made it sound not pretty? But society, and with all these ads and all the time, especially with clinics during the summer, anti-cellulite, anti-stretch mark. I'm like, okay, I'll go deeper with you. Does cellulite or stretch mark can hurt your health in any sort of way? No. Okay. Do you know that there is nearly $1 billion of investment behind this industry to sell you creams and injections and lasers that don't work? Do you know that? No, I didn't know that. Okay, so these businesses are pumping money on social media to make people like you hate themselves.
Yeah.
So you pump money back into them by doing lasers and creams that don't work. And so it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And people keep falling for it.
Well, I know that was one of the, you mentioned as we were walking in, that one of the reasons you knew that this was going to be a film podcast, but you intentionally said, I'm just going to do some
just
skincare, and that's it, and not a full face, because of a DM that you got. Is that right?
Yeah, so I got a DM last week saying that there was a follower that watched the TV interview that I've done that I wasn't wearing makeup on, and she said, how can you go out every day without makeup on? Because if you ever bump into me in the streets, you will say, I never have makeup on. Like, sometimes brands tell me, Ameni, like,
what are you doing?
Like, especially the beauty brands that I work with, they go like, you're our face. Like, you're not wearing makeup. And I'm like, I wear so much makeup in my professional life.
Sure.
That in my personal life, I'm literally without makeup all the time. And I just say makeup is not something to give you confidence. Makeup is just a touch to enhance your natural confidence that you already have. So people think that, oh, when you have like 3 kgs of makeup on your face, it's just going to fix everything. But confidence is not physical. Confidence is an aura. Confidence is an attitude. Confidence is the way you portray yourself.
It comes from within.
It comes within. No outfit or bag or shoe or watch or makeup or perfume can add that. They can enhance it, but they cannot give it to you. And people need to understand that also, like, makeup ages you, and makeup gives acne and pores and all of that. And I don't want to wear makeup every single day of my life and at 40 look like I'm 65.
Yeah, agreed. Very much agreed. I want to pivot a little bit away from let's stick here for a minute, because talking about health and stretch marks and belly rolls and all of that, there was this whole movement, post-COVID, and maybe a little bit before, like inclusivity and representation on the runway. And now we've seen recently in the last a couple of seasons, just particularly with the revolutionary change of the fashion industry in terms of the designers at different houses, that we've gone back, I feel like, quite significantly in terms of that. Are you feeling that as well? Are you seeing that as well? Is that there's...
I mean, we're in the Ozempic Mounjaro era.
Yeah. So talk to me. I mean, how can you talk about inclusivity? Like, how do you embrace that aspect of things, knowing that, I mean, it's a very challenging moment where, yes, maybe for health, you need to lose weight, but also you need to be inclusive.
I also say health is not defined by weight. This is something that people really get mistaken with.
True.
You can be 100 kg and be completely healthy, and you can be 50 kgs and be completely unhealthy.
That's very true.
So health is not defined by weight. I keep repeating this over and over again because it's so true. Health, you can be 50 kgs, skinny as hell, still have diabetes, still have so many health issues, and you can be on the thicker side and be completely healthy. Like, weight is not defined, like health is not defined by your weight at all. So, and you see it now, like, for example, when I'm in Paris or Dubai Fashion Week or whatever, you would see, like, I wouldn't be the only curvy model. Like, there will always be like 2 or 3 with me. And now I'm the only one. In every show that I ever walk, I'm the only one. And I know it's because I have a name. Realistically,
but do you think it is specifically because of the weight loss drugs that have come onto the market? Or do you think that it's just like we only need one now, and this whole fad about having inclusive and more curvy models?
It was a trend.
It was a trend.
It was a trend.
Okay.
Completely. And now it died out. So people are like, okay, let's go as skinny as possible, because now since we have Ozempic and Mounjaro, so it's all about the Mounjaro face and the Ozempic face.
Yeah.
So let's go complete opposite now. So industries, it's completely getting destroyed because diversity is not even a conversation on the table anymore. Vogue business every year, after every season, they do
a report.
About like how many plus size girls are walked, and each year we reached to a 0.03%. That's insane. We were at 10%. So it's
why won't brands? Because I mean, it's statistically the plus size community is larger than the quote unquote normal size community.
Yeah, it is.
And we have money to burn.
Yeah.
So why is it that the fashion industry will not get on board with being inclusive in that way and showing real women wearing the clothing?
Because it's extra work for designers. And designers just don't know how to do it. Honestly speaking. They don't know. They don't know how to dress a curvy woman.
Which brands get it?
Max Mara, Marina Rinaldi, Jean Paul Gaultier, Mugler, Dolce & Gabbana, Versace.
But if you could give the fashion industry a message in regards to this, what would you tell them? What would be the message you'd want to get across to them? Because I know you have opinions.
At the end of the day, let's be realistic. They just want money. They just want to make money. They just want to sell. You're selling to the wrong crowd. If you try the other crowd, you will see how much money we have. You would be surprised how much money we're willing to burn. So that's the thing. I'm sorry, but Dior and Chanel, they do customs for sizes up to 52.
I know, up to
56.
52. Yeah.
Even. So you do the customs because you know that there's the money here. But then why don't you sell it on the shelf? Why do we have to ask for a custom? And even if you go on Unas today, and if you put like from XL to like triple XL, it's all sold out. All sold out.
Yeah.
Skims, the first brands, all sold out. From 2XL, it's all sold. It's always the big sizes that sold out the first. Victoria's Secret, same thing.
Well, you're now working with Victoria's Secret, is that right?
Yes.
That's new news.
That's new news, yes. So it became official 2026. We were talking for a very long time, to be fair. It was a conversation that was heading very long. And Victoria's Secret was a brand, it was personal to me. It was, back in the days, the old CEO came out and said, you will never see a curvy woman on my runway because I sell fantasy and curvy women are reality and they're not a fantasy. They cannot be associated with that image, so no.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at that time, I banned Victoria's Secret. I blacklisted. I was like, I'll never buy from them again. Nah. And then they changed it. They started putting a curvy woman on the runway, completely changed.
Curvy mannequins in the stores as well, which I love to see.
I love it. They have it in Victoria's Secret, in Nike, in Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
When I see those in Skims also, they have it. Every time I see those curvy mannequins, I'm like, yes, yes. And they reached out to me, so the team here, and they were like, you're the only person that can break that image. You're the only one that can break that image to show that Victoria's Secret is actually diverse and that is old news. And I said, hell yeah. So for me, it was a personal contract to that contract, because it wasn't just, oh my God, I'm going to become an angel. I'm a VS girl now. No, it was, I need to prove a point. I need to prove a point where brands, when they make mistakes, we forgive them and we help them to grow. Unfortunately, not everyone knows how to dress a curvy woman. Not everyone knows how to do clothes for a curvy woman. And people can make mistakes. I'm very forgiving, to be honest. I forgive and I help if you're worth the help. And for me, Victoria's Secret, they did a mistake. They admitted it. They apologized, but they acted on it. And they fixed it. If they didn't act on it, I probably wouldn't be signed with them today. But they acted on it. They fixed the issue. They put the curvy mannequins in the shops. They put curvy models on the runway. They work with curvy girls. They have curvy faces. And now they're serious about it. Where it's like, no, it's not a trend where we just see it like one season, one runway when they did that statement.
Yeah, for marketing ploy.
Exactly, like PR, let's fix it. And that's it. No, they're serious about it. And when I saw that they became serious about it, that's when I was like, okay, now I can be part of this.
Okay. I want to talk to you a little bit about, because I know you've walked the runways in Paris, and that it's such a pinch me moment. Can you run us through a little bit what that was like for you the first time to be, Paris Fashion Week, walking a runway as a goal in your career?
My first Fashion Week runway, I remember I was with Gaultier already there because we were shooting like a perfume campaign. I was staying at the Seoul Hotel. And I remember going there completely numb, because so disconnected from the world, like still not believing what's happening. I was the only Arab out of the cast. I was the only curvy model, and I was opening the first show of the season. So which is Santo, because he always opens the season. And I was just like looking around, and I'm like, okay, Ameni, you're doing this. Okay. And then like Victor, the designer, kept telling me, all these like power walks that you do in Dubai, this is what I want. I need it in Paris. I need that like that energy, that like the way you walk in Dubai. It's like, you don't care. Like you will, like when you walk, if like whoever's seen me walk, like Victor was telling me, I watched you walk in Dubai Fashion Week. Like when you come out, phones go up.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. Like whether it's media or people, they know like you're the queen of Dubai Fashion Week. And he's like, I want that energy. Honestly, I didn't have that energy of my first walk, because I was just like, I was so scared. I was like, okay, this is real. Like I'm actually walking Paris Fashion Week. Like, okay, I need to do it properly. There was Coco Rocha with me, and there was Naomi Lenoir, and there was like big names with me. And like, it's not like I'm not gonna go out and see like your face or Manuel's face or Violet's face, like faces that I know. Like I'm gonna see like Anna Wintour, and I'm gonna see like Naomi Campbell watching the show, and I'm gonna see like Hailey watching the show. And I was like, okay, I have to do it. And Mr. Gaultier actually comes and watches every show of Santo, because Victor used to be the right hand in the design studio for couture for Mr. Gaultier.
Yes, that's right.
So Mr. Gaultier comes every season to watch, and I was like, okay, like we're talking about next level. Like we're talking about Vogue France, we're talking about Elle France, we're talking about all these, like, okay. I was like, you have to show them the Ameni of Dubai. But but also I walk the way I walk in Dubai Fashion Week because I'm in my zone.
Yeah, you're in your comfort zone for sure.
I'm in my comfort zone. I wasn't in my comfort zone the first time. I was very scared. So I was like, okay, I need to like de-stress, put on the Ameni in Dubai mentality and do it. And Paris models weren't as welcoming.
Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah, what a surprise. They weren't welcoming. I was Arab, I was curvy, I was different. They were like, who's she? In the beginning, they thought I was an influencer, and just because I'm famous that I'm walking. And then when they realized that, no, actually, I actually am a model, they were like, oh, how are you a model? No, we're not surprised. But I did it. I did my first walk. It was insane. I remember I was wearing like this tight corset dress,
Yes.
and he's known for his corsets.
Yes.
And I remember spotting Mr. Gaultier in the crowd, and I couldn't held myself. I like smiled at him, like subconsciously without realizing. And he smiled at me back. And there's a video online where he just goes like, and I was like, yeah. Like I saw like a familiar face in the crowd. It was amazing. I went super well. The whole Gaultier team actually came that day to like support me.
Oh.
So it was really good. And then the designer, since that day, he looked at me and he was like, "You're gonna walk every single show I do."
And you have been.
And I have been for the past 4 years. I open every season de prêt-à-porter.
Talking about support, I'm wondering, do you and the other top curvy models like Ashley or Precious, do you guys have like a group WhatsApp chat that you guys are checking in on each other and like, did you see this? Or I'm just curious.
No,
Not yet.
no.
Okay. I had to ask.
No, we don't, unfortunately. But we all know each other.
Yeah.
We all know each other. I have met all of them. I have had dinners with all of them. We have worked together. Ashley, we did together a Marina Rinaldi campaign. Precious, I helped co-directed her Vogue Arabia cover, and I interviewed her. Paloma, we went for a couple of dinners together in Paris with Barbara Strom. But no.
To be continued.
To be continued. Let's see.
I want to pivot because I know as much as you love the runway and you love fashion, you also have a passion for horses, and that's the one we share. Talk to me about what does horseback riding do for you? What is it about riding horses that you adore so much?
It challenges me. It challenges me in a way that people don't dare to challenge me. Because I do get, like, I have had the feedback where people tell me you're super intimidating, so we always just rather be on your good side than be on your bad side. But with horses don't get intimidated by you. Horses, they will intimidate you. And I love being challenged. So I was in a very dark spot, to be fair, when I entered horseback riding. I was letting go of all my past childhood trauma, childhood friends. I was in a moment of transition of really letting go of all my past and just really just focusing on my future. And I don't have a lot of friends. People know that. I'm not a
same.
People know this about me in the industry. I'm not social. I don't like people. Honestly, I don't. I'm very good by myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm very nice, very approachable. I'm super funny when you get to know me, but I have seen so much in my life that I reached to a point. I would rather be around horses. I gave up on humanity. I'm always.
I mean, what I love on horses is that you have to be 100% present. You can't be anywhere else. You have to be there in that moment.
Yeah, otherwise you eat sand.
Exactly.
Which I have. I have eaten sand. No, I got so from my dad's side, they're all horseback riders. My grandpa used to be a horseback rider. My cousins also, and my cousin married also a horseback rider lover. So they did this huge farm in Tunisia with so many horses, and I used to always go and just play with their horses. And owning a horse, people think owning a horse, the responsibility of it is the financial part because it's expensive and all of that. But it's not. It's the emotional and mental part. Like, you owe that horse so much. Like, if you do not go see, it's not like a dog. He will wait for you even 3 years at home. And the day he comes back, he will happily hug you.
Yep.
No. Horses will bite you. They're mad. If you do not see your horse for more than 2 months,
you're going to pay for it.
You're going to pay for it. And you're going to pay for it very expensively. And not money-wise. Like, you will get kicked, you will get bitten, you will get, like, I bought my horse.
Oh, what kind do you have?
Arabian.
Okay. Makes sense.
Arabian, black, full black. Her name is Rih al-Jannah.
Oh, wow.
Which means in English, the winds of the heavens. Le vent du paradis.
D'accord.
She is such a feisty, oh my God. And when I bought her, my cousin looked at me and told me, you know that you're going to attract a horse that's the same as you. And you're going to attract the horse that has the same personality as you, and it's going to challenge you. And that's the whole point of a horse. So when I went to visit the horses to see what I want, no one wanted her, actually.
Oh.
So my cousin was struggling to sell her, and I was her third owner by only 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because she was
very young. 3 to start riding at 3. That's usually when you start riding. Yeah.
She was 3 years old. And no one wanted to buy her because feisty, attitude, bites, uncontrollable, impossible to control, kicks, beers, bucks all the time. No one was riding her
And you're like,
yet.
her. I want her.
No one was riding her. So I told my cousin was just randomly talking in front of me. Like, I don't know what to do to that horse. Should I give it to like police academy? Like, I don't know what to do with it. Like, I don't need it in the stables. I looked at him. I was like, you know what? I'm going to book a flight. I'm going to go to Tunisia. I'm going to see that horse. If we get along, she's mine. If we don't get along, I tried. He was like, you can barely take care of yourself. You're going to take care of a horse? I was like, trust me. I'll do it. And it's the point, I don't like being in Dubai in December anyways. I always try to like run away. It's too overcrowded for me. And I was just like, okay, let me go. I went. She didn't want me in the first day. She didn't want me. She didn't want to even acknowledge me. I had carrots in my hands. I was just like, girl, acknowledge my existence.
Yeah, it's diva energy, man.
So, oh my God, she's such a diva. Such a diva. And her ego is like the biggest ego I have ever met. It's insane. And I was insisting. First day, second day, I came to see her every day for nearly 3 weeks. Until eventually, like when I would go in the car, she would hear the noise of the car. She would come out by herself. She would let me like grab her head. Like I would be standing next to her and she'd put her head on my shoulder. Like she started to like relax to me. Before it had to be me and 2 trainers to get her out of her box.
Wow.
Impossible to like catch her. Impossible. And she used to bite. Like if you look at my finger here, I have like cut skin.
Yeah.
This was one of her first bites. Like I have bites all over.
You've got the scars from her.
Scars all over my body from her. She pulled my hair. She like did everything.
So now how long have the two of you been together now?
It's been, in December, it's going to be 2 years.
Wow. No, my horse is named Feisty, just to give you an idea.
Oh.
Yeah, we're the same. What? Yeah, a mare. Yeah. I brought her into the world, and then my daughters and I were like, what do we name her? And we saw her character, and we're like, oh yeah, Feisty's her name.
They're so funny. And she is the best thing that ever happened to me. She is, I would like die, really, I would die for her. Like I would die for my horse.
Yeah.
She is, and I don't think anyone understands this unless you've owned a horse. She is my peace, my therapy, my biggest challenge. Like no one intimidates me and challenges me in life as much as my horse. Because if I walk in that box and I take her out into the paddock and I'm in a bad mood, she will teach me a lesson. You do not come into this box in a bad mood. You come in this box, you're with me, you turn into a good mood, or I don't want to hear it. And the way they do it and the way they don't acknowledge you when you're in the bad, it's like,
and you're nobody. You're not the, you're the first curvy model of the Middle East. None of that matters.
You're worth nothing in front of her if you do not come with good energies.
Yeah.
Because they say horses are very sensitive to energies. So it's she challenges me. She's a reflection of myself in my own mirror. Like she taught me patience. I wasn't patient before. I became very patient since I have her. She taught me consistency even more, dedication. If I don't fly back to Tunis every 2 months, I know
you're gonna pay for it.
I'm gonna so pay for it.
Well, talking a little bit about the future and plans. Every 2 months you're going there, but you've been modeling now for how many years?
7. Time flies.
Is what I mean now today? Back in the day, modeling, it would be a very short-term thing, and it was very much in your teens, early 20s, and you're out. Now, of course, we see models going up into their 50s. But is that the goal for you? What's the plan? Is there a step beyond modeling, or is this really what you want to be doing?
So, initially, I never wanted to be a model. I never wanted to. People don't know this, and they always get surprised when I say it, but I never wanted to be a model. I just wanted to change society. I wanted to
just change society. Okay.
I wanted to be in history books.
Okay.
Of fashion. But I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I saw that the biggest stereotype to break is the word model. That's the biggest stereotype. Because even if you go on the streets and you ask the first person you see, define me a model. Blonde, blue eyes, tall, skinny. That's what you're going to get.
Yep.
And my goal is to break that. It was to break that. And I knew if I was going to be like an actress or a singer or an influencer, it wasn't going to be taken as seriously because those are easily molded. But a model was hard to break.
Sure.
And that's why I chose to be a model. And then, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? As long as I'm booked, yes. But is that my goal? No. Because my goal is to change things around. I want to be involved in the education system of bullying, on really create laws for like bullying, really do like programs with schools and unis, do anti-bullying workshops. Like, I really want to change society. Like, I want to die another day. People remember me as, oh, Ameni, that woman changed the world. Like, that's what I want to be remembered. That I don't want to be died as like, oh my gosh, she was that model, right? Like, oh my gosh, she was so pretty. I was watching her runways. Cool, amazing, love that.
Yeah.
But no, I need more. Like, I need to, and I started doing it. Like, I went to my old school and I did a meet and greet there. We did a talk. I did it with AUE. I did it with a couple of unis where I really want to change the way things. I really want to change the fashion industry. Like, I'm pushing like every brand to do. Like, I'm open now. I do sometimes like I consult brands that want to explore the plus size section, but don't know how to do it. So they would come to me and tell me, listen, Ameni, I'm interested. I want to do it, but I don't know how to do it. You can't dress a curvy woman the way you dress a skinny woman.
Yeah.
You can't use the same fabrics. You can't. There's so many little things that are different that people don't know. And this is why I'm open. And I'm like, okay, come. You want to learn? I'm here to help. I'll guide you. But as long as you're going to change something about it, I'll guide you. So this is where I see myself eventually, of course, open multiple businesses from it. But as long as I can walk the runway, I'll walk the runway. I love walking the runway.
Well, talking about advising, what would you advise somebody who wants to come and do what you do, a young girl who's looking at you, you're finally representing what they always dreamed of or what they'd like to become? What would be that piece of advice? That's such a classic question.
But always a good one, because it's always important to repeat it. Never take no as an answer. Never take no as an answer. Behind every no, there's 3 million negotiation skills that you need to have to turn it into a yes. And also the importance of, I think it's a skill that people can work on, but the skill of negotiation. Don't be scared of rejections. Rejection is part of the process. Don't be scared of failing. Failing is a process of learning. Don't be scared. Count your wins. Because that was something that I struggled with so much. Sometimes I would still sit with my friends today and they would tell me, bro, do you realize what you did? Like, do you realize who you are? And I would be like, no.
So I have a hard time taking a beat to like recognize those moments of success.
I struggle with it till today. I'm like, what did I do? I still didn't even do 3% of what I want to do. What do you mean? I'm like, but I didn't. It is true. I swear, Jessica, I struggle with it till today. I'm so harsh on myself that I still do not acknowledge sometimes what I did. I don't, because I need more and more. And when I reach to that top where I see girls really loving themselves and being confident, not being affected by society, and not being affected, and not being careless, and really living for them and not for people, that's when I'm gonna be like, I did it.
Do you feel like the word plus size should be like eradicated from?
It should be banned. Like, there should be a law against it saying we're not allowed to use it anymore. Because I'm sorry, you don't call a like, do you call her a minus model? Okay, if you call a skinny model a minus model, then yeah, I don't mind being called a plus size model. Call her minus size model. Okay.
So skinny model, curvy model.
Curvy. Curvy is sexy. I like curvy.
I like curvy. Voluptuous. I also like voluptuous as a word.
Yeah. Voluptuous is classy.
It is classy.
Curvy is sexy. I like being on the sexy side. You know me.
Yes, you do. I want to ask you now the same 5 classic fashion questions that I ask everyone. So here are my 5 classic fashion questions I want to ask you. So what is your most prized possession that you have? The thing that you cherish the most that will always be with you?
Like a fashion
Fashion thing, whatever comes to mind when I say that.
The first thing that came to my mind is my horse. But fashion-wise, I have... Actually, I never said to anyone that I have it publicly. I have a vintage crocodile Kelly, 1992.
Wow.
Gold palladium. A size 32.
Ooh, girl.
And that is like my biggest fashion like item that I have that I really, really take care of.
Is that something you gifted yourself, or was that given to you by a loved one?
Girl, I only gift myself.
I love
my
that.
taste is so expensive. People that I love cannot afford my taste.
We would be very dangerous hanging out, I think, you and I.
Also, I have a very rare Chanel black on black matte.
Ooh.
I think there's only like 50 pieces of it in the world. That is a large size. That's also Even
Do
the
you buy
chains are
vintage
mad.
or? I mean,
No, that's a new one.
that's a new one. Okay.
That's a new one. No, I like, you know something about me? I don't have a lot of bags, but each bag that I have is a bag. Like I have the Capucine Mini, full crystal black. There is only like 30 pieces of it also.
Okay.
So I have those types of bags.
I got you, girl. Okay.
Like you won't find, you'll find a couple of classic bags, like an everyday bag with me. But the really good bags that I have are like very...
Okay.
Yeah.
But then let me ask you this. This is the next question, because most people can't afford, a luxury, a brand item. And if they were to save up their money to like buy one thing, something designer, what would you suggest that be? What would be that thing you should really invest in?
Invest if you cannot afford it, which is completely fine, by the way. If you cannot afford it, luxury and class is not bought with money. I always say that. It's bought with your attitude, with your respect towards people, and your values and your manners. This is something that's very important. I would say invest in a good handbag. Brand name does not mean quality. Some
more and more,
especially more and more. Invest in a good leather tote bag. That's what I would say. A leather tote bag is a classic, or a nice leather duffel bag that you can travel with, because I travel a lot. I would say invest in that, a good leather piece. Because leather it always stays.
Always good. And when it has that nice, beautiful, loved patina as it ages, it's really nice.
If you cannot afford it, this is where. And you can find these in Tunisia, because we're very good with leather. So we have a lot of leather stuff. Leather
Very
goods.
true. Very true. What trend will you never follow?
Ozempic trend.
Okay. I love that answer too. Who is your favorite designer? I think I know the answer, but who is your favorite designer, living or dead?
I would say dead is Asdin Alaya. It was my dream to walk for him. He's Tunisian, so it was a dream for me to walk with him. Alive, my boy, Gaultier. Alive, Jean Paul Gaultier, definitely. And dead, it would be Asdin Alaya.
Did you ever have the pleasure of meeting him?
No, but I know his grandson, so the one that he takes care of the brand now, Montasar Alaya, which is super cute. He took me to Sidi Boussaid and showed me the house and the foundation and all of that. So I had the privilege to at least have a tour of his workspace and where everything happened and where everything started.
Yeah.
But he's like a pride for Tunisians.
A lovely man. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Final question.
Actually, I just want to add something.
Tell me.
He was the reason why Naomi Campbell adored me the day she met me.
Say more.
So Naomi came to Dubai 2 years ago to close Dubai Fashion Week.
Yes.
And everyone knows Naomi's character.
Yes, they do.
Doesn't talk to everybody. Very closed. Will only talk to you if she's impressed by you. So I remember we were trying to go and talk to her, all of us. And she was very like, no, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk. So I was looking at the team and I was like, let me try something. So I went to her and I remember she was sitting on her phone. So I just like sit down and I go like, Naomi, by the way, you know something? She looks at me. She goes like, what? I'm like, I'm Tunisian. And she goes like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Tunisian. She goes like, oh, you just reminded me of my papa. And she calls him papa.
Yes, I know.
So I was like, yes. And she's very good friends with our Tunisian supermodel, Lafaf Jenifin, which I also know. So she asked me, she's like, so you know Hafaf? And I was like, yes, I know Hafaf. And she was like, oh my God. And she stood up and gave me a huge hug.
Oh.
And she goes like, you're Tunisian, but she's like, I don't know you. And I was like, yeah, because I'm not like internationally big yet. Like I'm regionally big. And I told her, I was like, my name's Ameni and I'm the first Curvy model. She was like, oh my God, I'm so impressed by you. That's amazing. You go, girl. And I told her, you walked for Jean Paul Gaultier so many times. I'm the Jean Paul Gaultier ambassador. She was like, stop. And she was so nice. She was adorable. And we spoke for like a good 30, 40 minutes backstage. Her team was so nice. Until today, I'm still in contact with like her stylist and her team and everyone. And she's like, I love you. And then I've seen her twice after in Jean Paul Gaultier shows, recognized me directly, came to me, hugged me. And she was like, you remind me of my papa. So
she would be a great godmother to have in this industry, that's for sure.
Yes, she is. She is. And she comes to Tunis actually every August.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
To visit his grave and to visit his like foundation and his house. So she's very connected to Tunis and she loves it a lot. And she comes here, she comes and stays in the summer. So we love her there.
Understandable. All right, final question. What do you love most about fashion?
The challenges. I like a good challenge because I'm so stubborn. I always want to break a challenge. So it comes with a lot of challenges, but also I love fashion because as much as people think it's judgmental, even though it is, but there's this whole other space of fashion where you're allowed to just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And there is space for everyone. People think that there's not space for everyone. No, you can be whoever you want, dress however you like, look however you like. You will find a spot for yourself in fashion. You just have to like squeeze yourself in and like be strong and be okay to get criticized. And criticism is just part of the process.
Yep.
And there's space for everyone. I think it's the liberty of expression.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say. That's what I love the most about fashion.
Thank you so much for doing this with me. It was amazing. It's just a delight speaking with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Always great to spend time with you.